Spoiler alert! Lesbians win! Yippee!
I gaze at the reflection in the mirror. It's a spotless mirror. There isn't a single fingerprint or crack to obscure the view. It's a perfect opening into another world. There's a person on the other side. Dark hair, bright eyes, but nothing of interest. It's boring to look at. The figure smiles at me. I don't smile back. Hey, today's the day, isn't it? Everything is prepared, isn't it? A voice echoes in my head. It's vaguely reminiscent of my own. I don't respond. Hey, come on. Don't be like that. Today's the perfect chance. What's better than a love letter on Valentine's Day? The worst she can say is no, right? Oh, I get it. I totally want to slit my throat if she said no. That's way too violent. Don't think like that. There you are. So all it takes is a threat to get you to talk. Please don't say things like that. It'll make me nervous. I sigh, stepping away from the mirror. I begin to pack my school bag, trying to ignore her words. The voice follows me anyway. Well, stop being so nervous. The letter is already written, so all that's left is to give it to her. That should be easy, right? No different than handing in an essay. Ensuring everything is in order, I zip up my bag and take it with me, leaving the mirror far out of sight. The voice follows me anyway. Give it to her after school. It'll be enough to make me happy. I can hear the smile widening in her voice with each word. It's almost like sandpaper to my brain. Wordlessly, I step outside my home and close the door behind me. The voice shuts up. I arrive at school the same time I always do. I'm usually one of, if not the first student to show up to class. I enjoy checking over homework before the day starts. I was hoping to be the only one in class. That or anyone else around would be minding their own business. As it turns out, there's a particular student at his desk before me. Hey, Mimi-chan! Aoi grins and waves the moment he spots me. I hesitate before heading to my seat, which is just in front of his. He rests his elbows on his desk and props up his head. You look shocked. Didn't expect to see me here so early, huh? It's just a bit surprising. What are you doing at this time? Nothing really. My dad asked me to do a quick sweep through all the first-year classrooms before the day starts. It's a lot of work being the principal's kid. I crack a smile at the joke. Not that it's particularly funny, or that it even qualifies as a joke, but I know it's the polite thing to do. I finished that up though, so I figured I'd just sit and wait for a cute girl to drop by and notice me. Good luck with that, I suppose. Thanks. Honestly, I don't think I've got to wait anymore. I'm one lucky guy getting to be here alone with you. My cheeks flush pink. Aoi notices this and his smile widens. I don't know what to say to break this awkward feeling inside of me. Yahoo! A loud, cheery voice interrupts my thoughts as one of our classmates bursts into the room. Aoi's expression immediately drops. Was someone talking about me? I heard the mention of a cute girl and came running. Koko Aoi! Salute, Mimiko! The girl, Fujimoto-kin, rushes up to us, planting her hand straight onto Aoi's desk with a large thump. What are you talking about? Let me in on your secrets. It's nothing, really. Ooh, Mimiko, I see that red on your face. Don't tell me you're talking about love. Huh? No, we were just... Mimi-chan's just easy to fluster. You see? Isn't it cute? Cute? Huh. Mimiko is cute, but there are a lot of cute girls in the world. Like me! God damn it, Ken! Right. Aoi averts his gaze as Kin strikes her cutesy pose. His smile looks pained. If there's anything anyone knows about Kin, is that she has a huge fixation with love. It seems that every week she has a crush on a new boy. Right now, that person is Aoi, and that isn't a secret to anyone, including Aoi. Well, do you guys have any plans for Valentine's Day? I've got some plans, of course. I've been anticipating this day since February 15th last year. Aoi shrugs his shoulders, managing a more casual expression. Got a little something tucked away in my pocket. Nothing huge. Seriously? Well, whatever it is, I'm sure it's exciting. I can't wait. She's daydreaming, isn't she? Looks like it. Kin giggles blissfully to herself. Valentine's Day or not, she always acts like this. She's constantly in her own world, where she's the main character like it's some sort of anime. Well, everyone has their quirks. Enough of that. Mimiko, are you doing anything today? Huh? Me? Kin and Aoi both eye me with interest. I hesitate for a moment before answering. Have something in mind, just the usual. I have something in mind. Actually, I did want to ask someone to accompany me after school. Ooh, keeping that lucky person a secret, Mimi-chan. Come on, tell us who it is. I laughed nervously and tried to brush their questions aside. They both failed to get the hint. It's, just a classmate. Nothing you have to worry about. Aw, boo. You're no fun. Sorry. Kin deflates and pushes her fingers together in a disappointed manner. Aoi seems as nonchalant as ever. Also, like, who does this? I've always wondered about this. I know this is a trope in anime, but like, does anyone actually do this in real life? I'm still curious about that. Guess I'll have to be on the lookout for the person that catches your fancy. Ha! It'll be fun playing detective. I don't know how to tell him that it isn't any of his business, so I opt out of saying anything at all. Aoi and Kin continue to talk amongst themselves. Or rather, Aoi is trying to talk to me, but Kin continues to insert herself into the situation, much to Aoi's dismay. Time feels excruciatingly slow as I wait for the first bell to ring. But it finally chimes. It feels like a weight has been taken off my shoulders. Aw, the bell already? I swore we had at least 5 more minutes. Well, it can't be helped. Au revoir, Aoi, and Mimiko too. Kin retreats to her seat at the back of the class, leaving Aoi and I to ourselves until students begin to pour into the room. It isn't long until one of Aoi's friends makes quick conversation with him. Eventually, our teacher enters class and the day officially begins. He follows through with the daily routine, starting with attendance. Each student's name is called, and one by one we raise our hands and announce our presence. Everything happens as usual. Miss Kurata? The room goes dead quiet at the mention of that name. To no one's surprise, the desk at the back of the class is empty. All that sits there is a white flower. Absent. The teacher clicks his tongue and lets out a sigh as he marks it on his attendance sheet. Most students don't even bother to look at the desk to confirm the absence. And everything happens as usual. Kyoko Kurata never shows up to class. It's a rarity to see her at the school at all. With her remarkably low attendance and poor reputation, students consider her the ghost of White Lily Junior High. A vase on her desk isn't a rare sight. Some students genuinely believe her to be dead, and that her occasional presence is nothing more than a shared hallucination. All kinds of rumors float about her. I heard that Kurata girl killed herself. They found a body at the river not long after she stopped coming to school. Really? Can't say I'm shocked. Hey, did you notice that she always wore long sleeves in gym class? Are you saying that she's trying to hide something? I mean, would you be surprised? Her hands are covered in scars. I can't imagine the rest of her is much different. Wait, a river? I thought someone killed her in a fight. Is that someone else? Whatever happened, there's no point in mulling over it. I feel kinda bad, though. Oh, come on, don't be like that. She got what she deserved. I bet nobody'll even miss her. I guess you're right. I don't get it. I know she isn't dead, no matter what the chrysanthemum on her desk might make people believe. Why doesn't anyone care? Why do people have to be so cruel? My stomach twists just thinking about it. I'm pretty sure this is the girl I have a crush on. It's difficult to focus on class. No, school's over. Or is it break time? Not sure. Man, I'm hungry. Thank God it's lunchtime, huh? Hey, Mimi-chan, wanna come to the cafeteria with me to grab some food? No thank you, Ueda. I brought my own today. Saying this, I stand up from my seat with my lunchbox in hand. He eyes it with interest. Did you make it yourself? I bet it's good. You do strike me as a domestic kind of girl. You're just saying things. I take a step back, nerves amplified. Well, I have somewhere to be, so I'll see you after lunch. That's a real shame. Maybe another day. I'll catch you later. Who the hell? Aoi waves me up, but, well, before I can even leave the room, I notice Kin takes my seat and immediately strikes up a conversation with Aoi. It doesn't bother me, though. She seems happy speaking to him, and I'm not using my seat for the next half hour. With everyone focused on their own agenda, I can safely leave class and sneak behind the school. It's there that I find someone sitting in a patch of dirt under a large tree. Kyoko! I call out her name and excitedly head in her direction. She looks up at me with a smile, putting the stick she was holding aside. I sit beside her on my legs to avoid dirtying my uniform much. I was worried when I didn't see you in class, but thank you for meeting me here like I asked. She nods, a blank expression dawning her face. I had texted Kyoko just the previous night, asking her to visit me behind the school for lunch. We've known each other for a year, but it's still a rarity to have moments like these considering her attendance. It's a relief to see her, even if all she's doing is drawing stick figures in the dirt. I made you lunch. I hope it's okay. She pauses for a moment, a bit surprised by the gesture. She takes the food, however, and admires it with interest. Yakisoba? There's a faint shimmer in her eyes as she grabs herself a portion. The food is nothing special, just some home-cooked yakisoba noodles and veggies and octopus sausage, but she appears utterly enchanted. After saying a quick thank you for the food, Kyoko slurps the noodles loudly. It's enough to bring a smile to my face. Do you like it? It's good. She swallows her food and refrains from diving back in for more. Thanks, Mimiko. Of course! I'll happily make food for you whenever, you know. She smiles at me. Such a stunning sight, really. Her tired eyes are so gentle and warm. Not to mention, the cute freckles dotting her cheeks are simply to die for. Just looking at her brings butterflies to my stomach. Where's your lunch? It's not right if I'm the only one eating. Oh, I had a snack on my way here. I'm not very hungry, so it's fine. I avert my eyes away from hers. Kyoko glances down at her food, then at me, as if she's contemplating something. After a moment of silence, she grabs a sausage with her chopsticks and holds it up to my mouth. Also, yeah, I do notice, some of the visible, injuries she's got. One of them even looks like a bite mark, and it's getting me concerned. I have a lot of concerns. I know that's not true. Come on. It's good food, and you made it. At least have a bite. My face turns an obvious shade of red at her demand. What should I do? Of course I'm accepting. After a bit of internal debate, I gave in and nod my head. She notices this and nudges the octopus closer to my mouth. Do you want me to, say, Yeah, that. My heart thumps loudly in my chest as I nervously open my mouth and bite down on the food. I meet Kyoko's eyes for what must be only a second, but In that time, I can see they're a little brighter. Thanks. One sausage isn't a full meal, but I feel better knowing you ate something. She digs up some more food and takes a bite herself without hesitation. Hold on! Did she really do that? We ate from the same utensil! That's an indirect kiss, right? She didn't hesitate at all. She isn't bothered by it at all. Does that mean she wouldn't mind an actual kiss? My heart is running a mile a minute just thinking about it. Ah, she's absolutely perfect. She's my darling. She's my darling. I'm in love. I'm in love. Mimiko? What's the thing about anything? Yeah, but I wouldn't mind another bite if you're offering. If you aren't, that's okay too. You're fine. You just space out so much. It makes me worry. Here, want some noodles now? She grabs a generous helping from the lunchbox and offers it up to me. I take a moment to admire the situation before I slurp it down. It tastes delicious. Better than how I usually make it. I wonder if that's because it's being served to me on a golden platter. I honestly don't think I'll ever need to eat again after this. I'm plenty content with this. The fact that Kyoko doesn't seem to mind makes my heart aflutter all the more. Thank you so much. You really didn't need to worry about me. I bow my head in repetition in hopes of conveying my gratitude. I really need to calm myself down, otherwise there's no way she'll stop worrying about me. But isn't that wonderful in its own way too? If she worries, it means she cares. She doesn't want to see me starving or sad or hurting. She's a savior in every sense of the word. Suddenly, I feel something warm touch my shoulder. I see Kyoko's hand on me. Her eyebrows are furrowed upwards. You sure? You don't shake like this when things are good. I can assure you, I'm fine, okay? I've never felt better. Please, believe me, Kyoko. I would never lie to you. I make direct eye contact with Kyoko. Hazel eyes like hers are simply perfect to get lost in. If you're certain. I'd say to text me if that changes, but you didn't bring your phone to school, did you? I texted you this morning and never got a reply. Did you really? I'm sorry. Left it at home. I'm not here to give you a lecture, Mimiko, but even if you aren't fond of tech, you'll be safer with a phone on hand. You never know when it'll be useful. I lower my head and apologize once again. Kyoko retaliates by ruffling my hair playfully. I'm not mad at you. Just... So don't let that get you down either. Right. I understand. I really need to get my mind straight. Now, my mind's just completely gay at this point. Cat? There's a cat! In the distance, I can see a small brown ball of fluff running up to Kyoko and me. It lets out a high-pitched squeak with every step. It's a little cat! It is half blind! Once it reaches us, it starts to paw at Kyoko's legs. The cry is only growing louder. Huh? Haven't seen this one around. Looks pretty young. Did you come for a bite? Okay. Alright, I hear ya. Kyoko grabs another sausage from the lunchbox and holds it out with her fingers for the hungry kitty. It takes the food, happily munching away at it and letting out audible purrs. It's good, isn't it? You can thank Mimiko for it. Don't say embarrassing things like that! She laughs once again, covering her smile with her hand. Once the cat has gobbled up all the sausages, it looks up at Kyoko expectantly. Huh? Meow? Meow. I think I can die now without any regrets. Watching Kyoko and the kid go back and forth meowing at each other sets my heart on fire. How can such a sweet sight exist? I hope the pure adoration and joy aren't showing on my face. Huh? Why are you staring at me? Is there something wrong with me? Meow? Meow. I look at the two anxiously, silently praying I haven't made a fool out of myself. Kyoko glances down at the cat, who glances back at her in return. Neither say anything for a while, and I'm left questioning if I should break the silence or not. She says, "Good job, Meow." Were they communicating? Ken shows its her appreciation by butting its head against me. Seems like she likes you, Meow. Why do you keep meowing? Huh? Should I stop, Meow? Ah, I didn't say that! While we were busy talking, the kin had snagged herself another octopus sausage from the lunchbox. Kyoko grabs her by the scruff, holding her at eye level. Oi, you gotta ask before you take more food. Too much sausage is gonna blow up your little kitty belly. She fluffs up her tail to appear larger, holding onto that little octopus for dear life. Kyoko lets out a sigh and puts the kitten back on the ground, away from the lunchbox. She then caps the box lunch and quickly pulls out her phone. Hey, lunch is over in about 5 minutes, if you want to start walking back to class. Oh, right. Will you be coming with me? Can't. I'll be in for hell if someone sees me. I'm probably gonna hide out at the park till school's over. Plus, got a new buddy to chill with for a bit. The kitten waddles back over to the lunchbox, this time trying her best to pry the lid open with her fluffy paws. Kyoko picks her up again. It's impossible to hold back my giggle. I understand. In that case, would you like to meet up after school? I, have something I'd like to give you. Sure, I don't have much going on. As Kyoko speaks, the feisty kitten nibbles and scratches at her already scarred hands. It doesn't seem to bother her at the slightest. Really? That's great, so I'll see you here? Here works. See you then, Mimiko. Enjoy the rest of your classes. Oh, and did you want to take the lunch with you? I'm fine. Please, help yourself with the rest. It will make me really happy. Got it. See ya. Thanks for lunch. And, Mimiko? Stay safe, okay? I know you don't want to turn it into a big deal, but I worry about you. With a concerned smile on her face, Kyoko bids me farewell. And I'm all alone. She said yes. I'm one step closer to a confession. I didn't know being in love was supposed to feel this euphoric. It's a bit painful at the same time, worrying about all the possible things that could go wrong. But everything is falling right into place. Such a wonderful feeling. I can't be more excited for school to end. I don't waste any time wandering the halls after my encounter with Kyoko. I want to get to class as soon as possible. The day will pass quicker then. There's only a few more periods left in the day, so as long as I can stick those out, I'll be all set. But my heart and head feel light. Love is such a wonderful thing. Ah! Just before I turn the corner to reach my classroom, I'm suddenly yanked aside and pulled into the women's restroom. A hand covers my mouth to muffle the shriek. Shh! Don't make a fuss! I turn my head around to face my captor and soon lower my shoulders in a sigh. She quickly releases me. Fujimoto, what was that for? You really scared me. Are you mad? Sorry, just wanted to talk to you before class started up again. You see, when you said you had something planned for today, I got worried. You and Aoi always seem to, hit it off. So I thought maybe you're trying to steal him away from me and ruin my character arc. Steal him? Fujimoto, you don't have to worry about that. I'm gay as hell! I don't have any sort of feelings for Ueda. We're really just acquaintances. Well, yeah, I know that now, but... She sucks the air through her teeth and taps her feet in a fidgety manner. Hey, Mimiko, we're friends, right? You wouldn't be mad at me if I did something kinda silly, would you? Something silly could mean a lot of different things. What happened? It's nothing, just, I saw a letter peeking out from your bag, and so I opened it up to see who it was meant for, and I kinda ended up reading the whole thing. Huh? Could you repeat that? Look, I'm really, really sorry. I saw the letter you wrote, okay? It was just kinda staring at me from your back. I couldn't ignore it. Little heart on the front was so darn cute. I knew it had to be for whoever you wanted to confess to today. I ended up reading the whole thing. It was really sweet, but now I'm worried about something else. Okay, honestly, I'm worried about a lot of different things. But, to start, why Kurata Kyoko? I feel my blood turn cold. I know Kin is too nosy for her own good, but why would anyone do that? Why did she read my letter? Because she thought I would confess to Aoi? I couldn't care less about that guy! Why couldn't she have minded her business like any regular person? The despair must show on my face because Kin now appears panicked. The head is starting to ache. I'm sorry if that's rude to ask, but, she doesn't really have a good reputation. And I'm worried about how that would end up for you, especially considering all the depressing stuff you wrote about. People don't deserve to be treated like germs. Being bullied to the point people just talk about you as if you're dead is just too far. What if that happens to you for getting close to her? And I mean, well, maybe I can't comment since I don't know her personally, but you do know what started all the rumors in the first place, right? She beat Aoi to a pulp after he rejected her. Isn't that messed up? Well, some people said it's because he accidentally stepped on her heel, or because he looked at her in a way she didn't like, or... You know what? The reason doesn't matter. They're all red flags either way. Is this a Misao situation all over again? The point is, I don't think it'd be good for you, Mimiko. Kin's eyes are filled with genuine concern. She looks ready to tear up. Does she actually care that much? Even if Kurata might be a good person, I don't want you or your reputation to be damaged. You can understand where I'm coming from, right? I'm not being absurd for worrying. Oh no. I mean, there's no good reason why this is highlighted in pink, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna be really bad. Mind your business. It's not your business who I confess to. You could have just asked me instead of invading my privacy. I did ask you though, and you were super vague. I thought asking again would be useless. I had to take things into my own hands, I didn't want Ueda to know who it was. His feelings on Kyoko aren't a secret. If you ask one-on-one, I would have told you. I'm sorry. Did I mess up that badly? You seem, kinda upset at me, Mimiko. The answer should be obvious. I wish this girl would use her brain for once. Look, I'm sorry, okay? Maybe I acted without thinking, but you can stop talking already. I'm losing my patience. If I lose my reputation, so be it. I'll become a butterfly without wings if it means I can be with her. Why are you trying to play the savior? You'd do the same thing for your love, wouldn't you? So stop acting like you're above me. You don't know anything about her. Kin takes a cautious step back as sweat trickles down her cheek. She lets out a barely audible laugh out of anxiety. My bad, Mimiko. I'll leave you be then. Just stay safe, okay? She stands still and waits for a response I never give. After realizing it's pointless, she tiptoes around me and exits the restroom. You don't have to worry. I'm right here. Everything will be okay. Just trust me. You did a good job standing up for yourself, I'm proud of you. Maybe you don't need me after all. Just a joke. I'm not gonna leave you that easily. Jeez. Tough crowd. Are you worried about your letter? You don't need to worry. Kyoko is so kind. She'd love the letter, even if it was trampled over and shredded into dust. A few fingerprints won't ruin it. Mimiko, there's nothing to worry about, okay? There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about. I repeat that phrase in my head over and over again, as if it's some sort of prayer. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing. There's... Oh, screw you! Oh, I completely forgot her name already! There's nothing. I'm going to ruin her. I will ruin her. My letter. I feel sick. The reflection in the river is all wrong. The gentle waves leave it swirling and distorting. It's nothing more than a blur of dull and uninteresting colors. I hate looking at it. I hate being reminded of this body I'm forced to call mine. It would be so easy to make it go away, but I don't know what's waiting for me on the other side. Will I be reborn? Will I be sentenced to hell? Will the world as I know it cease to exist? The river is calling to me. That's right. None of that would happen. When I die, the world will continue to spin, completely unaffected. The people whom I call my peers will graduate and thrive without me. Happy families will still share dinner together each night. Humanity will still know what it means to smile, to cry, to mourn, to laugh. If I disappeared, nothing would change. How narcissistic it is of me to think otherwise. The river is growing louder. It would be so easy. I just need to take the first step. Don't be scared. Stop shaking already. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep on that brave face. On the count of 3. 3, 2. The rest of the school day is a blur. My brain is completely mush, running on autopilot. I did all the work asked of me, but none of it has stayed inside my head for more than a minute. That's fine. That's all fine, because the last class, it's almost over. Just a little more. Just a little more. Miss Nakamura? Yes, teacher. The booming voice of an old lady breaks me out of my haze. I can't make out any detail of her face. Were you listening? You need to be in a group for this project. As smart as you are, you cannot work alone. My eyes dart around the room. Every student in the class is paired with another, happily chatting away about things I can't even register. Well, since Miss Kurata isn't coming to class anytime soon, maybe you will have to work alone. We've an uneven amount of students without her. That, or you'll be placed in a group of 3. My ears ring. I feel a tap on my shoulder. Mimi-chan, you should work with me and the other girl. That'll make things a lot easier, yeah? Huh. I suppose that is the best course of action, to not exclude Miss Nakamura. Very well. You 3 may work together. Aoi's grin grows wider. I feel sick looking at him. Ken, who's now sharing a desk with him, glances away. Great. Thanks, teacher. The figure vanishes. I turn my chair around to face Aoi and Ken. I completely missed out on what we're supposed to be doing, so I'll have to piece together the gaps. So, what animals do you guys want to do? I was thinking of something small and cute. I'm a sucker for the little guys. Ooh, how about chinchilla? My papa's gonna get me one as a gift when I pass my entrance exams. I just love chinchillas. Chinchillas? Ugh. They're cute, but are those guys even in the wild? Yeah, of course they are! Every animal exists in the wild. Aoi and Kin bicker about chinchillas for a good while. I silently sit on the side, struggling to discern the conversation's purpose. Their voices feel so far away. I really think we should do our project on bunnies. They're a lot more common and easier to find information about. Maybe we'll get extra points for being creative with our pick, though. Besides, it's way better to stand out than to fit in. Don't you think? Hey, Mimi-chan, what do you think? You want to write about bunnies? They seem like they'd be your kind of thing. Small, cute, fluffy, shy. It's perfect, don't you think? Hey, I'm here too! What do you think, Mimiko? I feel my eyes widen. Is he talking to me? Aw, look at that. Kit completely ruined Mimiko's mood with her yelling. Yeah, I didn't do anything! They're looking at me. There's something wrong with me. Please stop staring at me, please. Stop. Me? Oh, I've always been more partial to rabbits. The girl's mouth curls downwards. I think she's frowning. Mimiko, are you... Perfect! That settles it then. I feel a hand ruffle my hair. A smile is forced on my face. That's 2 against 1, Kimchi. We're writing about bunnies. Well, the teacher says we're just picking groups and a topic today. We aren't starting until tomorrow since the last bell rang. But you know, got some time to kill. Why don't we stay after school today and make progress on it? That way we're way ahead of the game. We're all model students, aren't we? Are you sure? But it's not like we need to rush. I've got plans today. Don't you both have plans too? Who said this wasn't part of my plan? I could be hanging out with my special girl right now. Screw off, Aoi! You're awful! Huh? I guess I can stay then. I can make a few changes in my schedule. Just this once. We're staying? I don't want to stay though. I feel sick. I want to go home. When is the project due? Today? Tomorrow? But everyone around us is packing up. They're all going somewhere else. But even if I want to ask, the words are stuck in my throat. Please, body, start moving. Start talking. Do something. I don't think I can stay after. I managed to stand up, and my feet feel like anchors. I have to use the desk to remain somewhat stable. Please, help me. Please, stay with me. I can't do this on my own. Oh, you're fine, Mimiko. Have fun, or feel better. Aoi and I can get started on our own. Huh? You can't stay, Mimiko. The work shouldn't take that long, you know? At least stick around for, let's say, another 10 minutes or so, and we can see how you're feeling then. I can take care of the hard stuff if you want, but working on a group project without all the members would feel wrong. What do you say? When he puts it like that, it just sounds so rude to leave. Screw off, Aoi! I don't need you in my life! Maybe another 10 minutes wouldn't hurt. I shouldn't cause more trouble. I don't want to be in trouble. I'm sorry, Aoi. There you go. You're safe here, Mimiko. My legs give up on me, and I sit back down without a word. I'm sorry. Whatever I did wrong, I'm sorry. So hey, Kitsune, would you mind grabbing us some art supplies so we can start sketching out a poster? There should be some stuff in Class 1C. Mimiko and I will get started on the boring stuff, so you don't have to worry your pretty little head about anything. Of course! I'll be back in a flash! Kin runs out of the classroom. When she disappears, Aoi looks at me. Hey, what are you staring off for? You look like you've got a lot on your mind. Do I? I'm sorry. It's all good, Mimi-chan. You know, everyone's left by now except us, so if you want to confide in me, you're welcome to. I scanned the room. Other than Aoi, there's no sign of life here. When did the teacher even leave? I don't know what to say, but if I say nothing at all, it might make things worse. I'll try and focus again. So, this project is about animals? Uh-huh. And we have to make a poster about a certain species and its role in the food chain. Yep. Were you even paying attention, Mimi-chan? I shake my head. I haven't been feeling great. That's why I wanted to head home. Relax, this is easy stuff. I'll have that Kinoko girl go grab us some textbooks about it all too. Kinoko? It takes me a moment to realize who he's talking about. In a soft voice, I tried to correct him. Kin. Her name is Fujimoto Kin. Does that matter? Screw off, Aoi! Look, it's gonna take her a while to find anything. I helped clean that room this morning. It doesn't have any art supplies in it. Chances are she'll be out of our hair for at least 15 minutes. I subconsciously strain my back and plant my feet flat on the floor. An unsettling feeling is starting to form in my stomach. So why did you make her go? You're so dumb. It's cute. He leans in closer to me, voice hushing low, as if he wants nobody else to hear. Without asking, he places his hand over— Ew! Get off me! I freeze. You really can't put two and two together, darling. I wanted to be alone. With you. I want you to be mine. The cadence in which he says darling is rotten in venom. I tried to retract my hand. Aoi intertwines his fingers with mine to stop me. Ueda, I don't think— Oh, come on. Don't be like that, darling. Are you nervous? There's no reason to be. Look around. It's just you and me here. So nobody will even know what goes on in the classroom. If it'll make you feel better, I'll lock the door. My dad gave me a master key so I can get in and out of anywhere no problem. That's the perk of being the principal's kid. You can get some perks too, you know. Don't gotta pay a cent for lunch. You've never gotta worry about getting in trouble. Or people will want to hang out with you. And you'll get to be with me. Doesn't that all sound great? Only an idiot would say no. Oh no. I really don't want that, but I know it sounds wonderful will lead toward the ending, so quick save. It sounds wonderful. This is not my choice, by the way. I just want to get this ending over with. I don't want to come back here. That sounds wonderful. Anyone would want that kind of power, right? So, even if it feels wrong, even if I had this twist in my gut begging me not to, as long as it'll get me through the day, I'll agree. Huh? You mean it? His eyes light up. A wide grin crosses his face. I thought it'd take way more convincing to get to you. I can't believe it was actually that easy. This has gotta be fate, wouldn't you say? Hey, why don't we seal it with a kiss? He uses his free hand to gently take my cheek. He leans in further and presses a kiss against my lips. Hey! My dude, I never said yes! Screw off! I can't return it. It feels disgusting. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Hey, darling. I've kept this in for way too long. I thought I was going to explode. Stay here. I'm going to lock the door. I know how much your reputation means to you. After pulling away, he lets go of me and stands up, heading right to the door. I see him fish a key out of his pocket, and he locks the door with a soft click sound. Face red, he rushes back to me. I desperately try to avoid eye contact. There's already sweat dripping off his skin. It's gross. He's gross. I hate looking at him. I want to work on the project. I want to go home. I want to see Kyoko. I want to be anywhere but here. Darling, you're spacing out again. His sickeningly sweet voice is worse than nails on a chalkboard. It's like sandpaper applied straight to my brain. Can you hear me? Come on, darling. It's no fun if you aren't invested too. Oh, I get it. You're just being shy, aren't you? You're so cute. You know, I've gotta say, I'm one lucky guy getting to be here alone with you. You really have nothing to worry about, darling. Here, I'll lead the way. So don't you worry your pretty little head about anything. Keep your eyes only on me, okay? Don't look at anyone else. You are mine, and mine alone, my darling. Nobody else can even so much as look at you. Promise me that, will you? Perfect. You're perfect, darling. I love you. Brother, no! I don't want that. The sound of the water is always relaxing. Whether it be water dripping into a tub or the waves of the ocean, there's nothing that makes me feel more at ease than hearing that part of nature. I think about all the fish swimming in the sea. When were they born? How long will they continue to live? Do they know their families? Do they feel love? Do they feel anything at all? Are they content with living? Just to die? I'd ask them if I could. But even if I hold my breath, I can't talk to fish. But even still, I think I'll visit the river after school today. Ending 2. My darling. Okay, so apparently most of your choices up to this point don't quite matter as much. You get like different interactions and all, but from this point on is when the endings branch off from ending 2, 1, 3, 4, and the true ending. So I'm gonna say I don't want any of that. I can't. I'm sorry. I leave my answer at that. I can't bring myself to say any more. Of course you'd say that, Mimiko. You're so stupid. It's cute. You're so stupid. The grin dawning Aoi's face evaporates. His bright blue eyes pierce right into me. Desperate, I try to tug my hand away again. It doesn't budge. I mean, come on. Don't you know what's good for you? I can push away all the worries you have in that cute little brain of yours. Listen, I get it. We all have gruesome thoughts we want to make disappear. We all want to find someone who won't judge us for who we really are. And I'll say, your letter was real cute. It made my heart nearly explode just imagining it with my name instead of hers. You know, you don't have to settle for trash. Not when I'm right here. He takes my other hand. I'm too powerless to move. You deserve better than her, darling. Haven't you heard the rumors? She's just a good-for-nothing delinquent. She's emotionless. Take it from me. You'd be better off falling in love with a piece of plastic. She wouldn't know what love is, even if she killed herself over it. Aren't I funny? Aren't I?
God damn, please stop!
It doesn't matter. Dark humor isn't for everyone. Letting out another laugh, Aoi lets go my hand and reaches for something in his uniform pocket. A box cutter. But don't you see where I'm coming from, darling? That Kyoko couldn't give you anything. She doesn't know anything. So that feeling of love you must hopelessly be clinging on to, she won't reciprocate it. He carelessly waves the sheathed cutter around in the air. His thumb lands on the slider, pushing it forward to create a soft clicking sound. A stainless steel blade greets me. She won't understand you. She'll leave you heartbroken. And I mean, that'd just be embarrassing for you. Getting turned down by the most hated person in school? Huh? You look lost, darling. Do you not get it? I'm trying to save you. Save me? Save me? Save me? What is he trying to save me from? Please save me, you're wrong.
Ooh, making another save here. I hate him, but I want to get all the bad endings out of the way first. Please save me. Save me.
I'm sorry. Just confided in me to decline, no matter how badly I want to. I don't want this. Just let me go home. So you finally come to your senses! I'm so happy. If you mean it, why don't we share a kiss, darling?
No, not again. Not from you. You're so gross.
It's just us here, so don't look so worried. Nobody will know about it. He retracts the cutter's blade and sets it down on the desk, now using his hand to gently cup my cheek and hold me in place. I can practically see the heart swirling in his eyes as he forces me to make eye contact. I can't even feel relieved when he dropped his weapon. I'm nauseous. Ah, you look about ready to cry. So cute. Are you embarrassed? Let me guess. This is your first kiss. Keep it a secret, but it'll be mine too.
Ew.
Why didn't I say no? Why didn't I run away? Why did I let this happen? Here, I'll lead the way, darling. Are you ready? On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. Broken shards of glass fly through the air. A piece scrapes past my cheek and leaves a stinging cut. The tight grip on my wrist suddenly turns limp. I'm able to pull away with ease and stand up. My legs are trembling in shock beneath me. I still can't find it in me to move. Mimiko! A voice calls out to me. It's so pleasantly familiar. Mimiko, come on, let's get out of here! Kyoko reaches out to me with a scratched hand. Her other hand holds both our school bags. My gaze quickly shifts to Aoi, who's been smashed over the head with a vase. His head is wet with water and blood. I can't tell if he's conscious or not. Come on! She yells again, snapping me out of my haze. Take the box cutter? Okay. What if? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do just that. I grab the box cutter off his desk and clutch onto it tightly. What are you doing? Put that down! Kyoko yells at me again. If I made her mad, I'm sorry. I don't want to make you mad, Kyoko. But I also can't live with myself knowing scum like him is roaming the earth without retribution. A familiar voice is calling out to me, but the words are all a mess in my brain. I extract the blade. It's stainless, with not even a single fingerprint or speck of blood to be found. It's perfectly reflective, just like an untouched mirror. I gaze at the reflection. There's a person on the other side. Dark hair, bright eyes, but nothing of interest. It's boring to look at. The figure frowns at me. I smile back. Hey, Kyoko. Why do we keep forcing ourselves to put up with him? The years of torment you faced at his hands. The dread of coming to school each day. The fantasies of our own deaths. We can put an end of it all. Can't we? What? What are you trying to say? Isn't it obvious? Let's kill him. I look up at Kyoko with a smile. She seems uncertain. A happy ending is impossible with this kind of parasite running amok. All he's ever done is made your life hell. So let's make things right. Together. Isn't this the perfect chance? Kyoko tightens her fist. I can't tell what she's thinking, and she's gone completely quiet. Before I know it, she swipes the cutter straight out of my hand. Don't be ridiculous! We can't do something like that! We'll get in trouble. And as much as I hate him, as much as I want him gone, She tightens her grip on the weapon, her thumb fiddling with the slider again and again. I wrap my arms around her in a comforting manner. She's trembling. You can be scared, Kyoko. Oh, a guy like Aoi is scary. You don't need to put on a brave face. Here, if you're worried, I can take care of him. You can just sit back, okay? You saved me from him. You've saved me time and time again. So please, let me do the same for you. I don't want you to suffer anymore. She's still quiet. I tried to pry the cutter out of her hand, but her grip remained strong. Take the box cutter, take her away. I'ma take the box cutter! I tried to take the cutter again. Kyoko. I mutter her name without even thinking about it. With a moment of hesitance, she loosens her grip on the cutter. I take it from her. It'll be okay, Kyoko. I reassure her with my smile, but the neutral expression stays on her face. You ready? Yeah. My heart flutters. With pure euphoria and adrenaline running through me, I hold the blade's handle tightly. Kyoko. Kyoko. Kyoko! Despite my ugliness, you refuse to leave my side. I love that about you. I love everything about you. And I'll do anything to prove that. Anything. 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 There's blood all over me. It feels gross. Is there anything about this guy that's worthwhile? But the job is done. I can look towards my darling without worry. Kyoko. Mimiko. Let's go. We should, clean ourselves up before someone notices. Oh, of course. You're so smart, Kyoko. Let's go. I sheath the blade and drop it into my school bag, and we're out the door to clean ourselves up. Yahoo! Sorry I was gone for so long. It took forever to find everything we need. But your favorite character has returned, so let's get to work. Aoi? What are you napping for? And wait, Is that blood? Ah! We're able to escape the school unnoticed. Kyoko holds my hand tightly the entire way, and I hold hers all the same. I'm comfortable leading the way. I have a perfect place in mind for us to relax. When we reach there, Kyoko stops walking. The river? The gentle stream of the river reaches my ears, and I find myself stopping in my tracks as well. Isn't it a nice place to unwind? I figured we both could use it. Kyoko squeezes my hand. She feels clammy, but I return the gesture and squeeze her hand as well. She's so cute when she gets shy. It's such a rarity. That makes it even more precious. Silence wavers between us. It's soothing. Visiting the river always brings back heartfelt memories. Kyoko's eyes are locked on the water below. I look down as well. The water is a plain shade of blue. I don't know what we're gonna do. We can't just get away with something like this. We'll have to change our names. Get out of the country. All that. She runs her free hand through her bangs, gritting her teeth. God. We screwed up, huh? No. I don't think so. There's another way out of this. I don't want to go to jail. We don't have to. Hey, do you trust me? Do you trust me? I trust you. You do? I'm glad. I really do love you, you know? So it makes my heart dance hearing you say that. I said it. I actually said it! I love you. Do you love me too? That's all I needed to hear. Thank you. Thank you for loving me. I couldn't ask for a happier end. Now, I want you to follow my lead, okay? Let's go. On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. Ending 3. At the end of the river, I met you.
Right, what happens if I take her away?
No. This isn't right. As much as I want him to disappear, we can't do this. I can't let you do this! I'm sorry. Please, forgive me. Please don't talk to me in that aggressive tone. I pull Kyoko away from Aoi. I changed my mind. This is a bad idea. Her gaze is fixated on the cutter. She's silent for what feels like an eternity until she sheathes the blade. Yeah. Her voice is quiet and distant. She stands up and I follow suit, a slight stumble in my step. Kyoko? I watch her slip the box cutter into a school bag. Her eyes avoid my own. Yeah? What are you gonna do with that? You'll get in trouble for stealing. What are you gonna do with that? You've got nothing to worry about, Mimiko. My youngest bro has got a crafts project due soon for class, and Mom doesn't like us keeping stuff like this in the house. Figured he could use it, is all. The answer comes to her so naturally that it reassures me that this isn't an excuse made up on the spot. I should have faith in Kyoko. Why would she do something she reprimands me for? She isn't like that. I relax my shoulders and take my bag. Okay, I believe you. Let's go. We're able to escape the school unnoticed. Kyoko holds my hand tightly the entire way, and I hold hers all the same. She's leading the way. Where we're going, I don't know. But I trust her. At some point, Kyoko stops walking. What's wrong? It's nothing. The gentle stream of the river reaches my ears, and I find myself stopping in my tracks as well. Isn't it a beautiful sound? I always find myself coming back here just to listen to it. Yeah. Figured you could use a little distressor. She squeezes my hand tightly. I squeeze hers in return. Hey, Mimiko? You said you had something to show me after school. Oh, right, I stumble over my words. As I recall the state of my letter, a sinking feeling twisted in my gut. I wanted to give you something, but it was destroyed. So please, wait a little longer for me to fix it. Only then I'll feel okay about giving it to you. Destroyed, huh? She clicks her tongue and looks down the river. It's a murky shade of blue, leaving a dull reflection in the subtle waves. I'm sorry. Nah, not mad at you. Just remembered something that pissed me off. I look down at the river with her, trying not to focus too hard on our distorted reflections. Silence wavers between us for what must be minutes. Our fingers remain interlocked the entire time, and the only sound comes from the wind, rustling through trees and stream below our feet. I want to say something. I want to tell her what's in my letter. But as always, nothing comes out of my mouth. I just can't find the words, no matter how much they swirl in my head. We should get home before it gets too dark. Yeah. I say that, but my eyes remain locked on the running water. Kyoko gently pulls me aside. Come on. I'll take you home. Just say a couple blocks this way, right? I nod. Gotcha. With another tug, Kyoko leads the way, and my feet finally begin to move. She smiles at me warmly. You're safe now, Mimiko. Everything's gonna be okay. I'm not gonna let that guy even look at you ever again. Okay? She walks me home. We bid each other goodbye. You were thinking it, weren't you? At the river? Well, don't get any ideas. I can't let anything happen to either of you. Not until we've earned a happy ending. You understand that, right? Hey, can I trust you? Can I trust you won't do it? I promise I don't know, does it matter? I promise. Good. I'm gonna keep you on that promise. Your life isn't over yet, so don't accept this as the end. I'm not going anywhere. You know the deal at this point. If things go awry, I'll take care of it. Just look in the mirror if you need me. Ending 4. My reflection, my voice, my love. Okay, I believe there's one more ending, but I do want to see what happens if we say you're wrong. Maybe I'm taunting fate, but I can't let this continue. Swallowing my fears, like downing a pill without water, I speak. You're wrong, Ueda. And I don't want this. So please... I don't think I heard you correctly, darling. Why don't you say that again? Something sharp is pressed against my throat. Looking into Aoi's eyes, they're completely empty. No sympathy. No remorse. He can't seriously be willing to. Mimiko? Answer me. I can't. He's going to kill me. I don't want to die like this! Idiot. Did you lose your voice? Do you hate yourself? Do you have some kind of death wish? You know, it'd be a real shame if a girl as cute and obedient as you went ahead and grew a mind of her own. He presses the blade harder against my skin. One slash and I'm as good as gone. It'd be an even bigger shame if that independence is the thing that led to her downfall. Why can't you get this through your thick head? Nobody else will hurt you. Nobody else will walk over you. Nobody else will ever look down on you. You'll be loved. I have so much love to give, my darling. So I'll give you one more chance. Will you be mine? What an idiot. Just give up. In what world is this love? Just die already.
Oh, hello there. Hey! Yay! And we're gonna skip right ahead. All right. And for the true ending, we need to choose to take her hand. In a haste, I take her hand and run out of the classroom with little thought. By the time I was ready to slip my shoes off, I spotted another girl leaning over the bridge's rails. Long, dark, matted hair. Black bags under her eyes. A tattered school uniform. Our eyes meet, and we stare into each other for what feels like an eternity. In all that time, neither of us spoke a word. I have to wonder if she's here for the same reason as me. When we rush out of the school, Kyoko leads me to a nearby bench and ushers me to sit down. I oblige, taking my school bag and setting it in my lap. The sun's rays feel blinding, even with my guardian angel by my side. It's a struggle to tell left apart from right. Kyoko sits down beside me and pulls a first aid kit out of her own bag. Sorry about the nasty cut. I had to get the guy off here somehow. I nod my aching head. It's okay, I want to say, but nothing comes out of my mouth. She seems to understand. So, as her face turns gentle, and I feel something cold prick my cheek. Hey, it's okay. I'm taking care of you. It'll be over in just a sec. Just sit tight. Thankfully, that guy didn't actually cut your throat, just the glass in your face. The cold sensation is soon replaced by a sticky bandage. When Kyoko takes her hands off of me, I touch my damaged cheek instinctively. No matter how desperate I search for the words, I just can't find it in me to speak. Even something as simple as thank you is clogged in my throat. Spacing out again, huh? Figures. Weather's worse than a headache. Guess talking is out of the question for now. It's okay. I'm right here. Not going anywhere. That voice. It's so gentle and soothing. And that smile. Such a stunning sight, really. Her tired eyes are so gentle and warm, I could stare at them for an eternity. Not to mention, those cute freckles dotting her cheeks are simply to die for. Just looking at her brings butterflies to my stomach. Kyoko, you saved me again. I'm so horribly weak. Hey, you okay to walk a little more? I can grab you something at a combini. Your head'll feel a little better if we get some food and water in you. I'm so weak, yet you do everything in your power to protect me. I wish for once I could be the one to protect you instead. I want to be stronger. I want to be someone worthy of your love. Nothing? It was too much. I don't mind carrying you, so... Ayo? I wrap my arms around Kyoko and hold on to her for dear life. Tears prick my eyes as my body trembles. It's all so wonderfully nostalgic. I'm sorry! Kyoko's arms hover above me for a moment, seemingly taken aback by the sudden hug. But soon enough, she wraps her arms around me too. I'm sorry I couldn't stand up for myself. Even when I told him no, he just wouldn't listen. I'm sorry. I can't thank you enough. You've always saved me again and again and again, even when I don't deserve it. I'm so sorry. I fail to stifle a sob, tears dripping off my cheek and wetting Kyoko's clothes, and I mutter another apology under my breath. Despite that, I feel her hand lovingly rub circles around my back. It makes me want to melt. Mimiko, That's not something to apologize for. Him not knowing what no means isn't your fault. You know I'm here for you no matter what, right? I'm not gonna break our promise. You don't gotta do anything, cause you're worth saving as you are. Why? Why do you always tell me that? I'm a mess. I'm nothing but a freak. I have thoughts and desires nobody else does. I can't even recognize my own face. When I look at my reflection, I just want to puke. I want to claw my skin off. I want to be forgotten. I want to... Hey. Her voice turns stern, and she pulls away from the hug and stare right into my eyes. Look at me. Do you remember the day we met? At the river. We met for a reason, and I stopped you for a reason. I couldn't die in good faith if I let you do the same thing, even if I didn't know you. When I first saw you, something clicked inside me, like it was some sort of reality check or something. I just knew I didn't want to do it anymore. In that sense, you saved me, and I promised I'd do whatever I could to make it up to you. I haven't done enough. I don't know if I ever can do enough. So I'll keep doing whatever it takes to protect you. You're the most important person to me. I saved Kyoko? The thought is impossible to wrap my head around. But as I look up at Kyoko, I see a serious expression on her face that I haven't seen before. Not since that day. Using her thumb, Kyoko wipes away the hot tears in my eyes. It only makes me want to cry more. Can I continue to be weak? Is this really okay? And her hand tears away from my face. I wipe my eyes in hopes of ridding all the leftover tears away. I love you. The words slip out of my mouth before I even know it. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, Kyoko. I mean it. I love you, Kyoko. You're the only person I feel this way about. Actually, I scavenge the inside of my school bag and collect each torn piece of my letter. I wanted to give this to you, but it was destroyed by someone else before I could. Still, please accept it. At least until I can make you a new one. I extend the letter out to her. My arms quiver, and my heart is beating like crazy, but I don't want to back down. It's okay to be scared, but don't give up. Not after just one bad day. This is the perfect opportunity. Kyoko takes the tattered scraps from my hands, discerning what she can from the nearly illegible writing. Despite its contamination, Kyoko's expression shifts into a smile. I like it. I've never gotten a love letter before. Thank you, Mimiko. She gently laughs once again, slipping the letter into her bag. You do? Can't read it, but I think I get what you're saying. You can make me a new one if you want, but yeah, I'm keeping this one. I'm so happy! She doesn't need to return my words. Just knowing she's accepted my letter is enough. Her face says all I need to know. We sit in silence for a while, indulging in each other's company for as long as we're allowed. Kyoko's touch is warm and delicate, like I'm a glass vase that could crack at any moment. I don't want to leave her loving arms. I don't want to hear anything that isn't her beating heart. Eventually, Kyoko's voice reaches my ears. Hey, Mimiko. It's gonna get dark soon. Wanna head home? Right! It has been a while, huh? The time passed so quickly. It sounds like a good idea. I don't want to, but I slowly stand up and sling my bag over my shoulder. Kyoko follows suit. To my delight, she soon takes my hand back into her own. Without warning, though, she pulls me along. Change of plans. I want to get you some real food to eat. I told you earlier, I'm fine. Right on cue, my stomach growls loudly, and Kyoko laughs. Something's telling me otherwise. Come on, new udon place opened up. I want to try it out with you. I've been saving up for this. She once again tugs me along, this time with a pep in her step and a bright smile on her face. Okay, I'd love that. I squeeze her hand tightly. I don't ever want to let go. My savior. My darling. My letter might have been torn to shreds, but even my contaminated words were enough to reach you. Despite all my ugliness, you love me. As I am. I couldn't be happier. I can only hope we stay together forever, however long that might be. Kyoko, I love you. Me too. Ending 1. Thank you for loving me. Anyway, that was To My Darling. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this for yourselves, link to the game will be in the description below. I actually got this recommendation over on Tumblr, and I'm really glad I picked it up. Like, I absolutely love this story to bits. And if you guys do have any more recommendations on what I should play next, do leave them in the comments below. And I know, my boyfriend was just telling me that apparently it's not Yahoo, it's Yahoo, and God, I feel dumb now. I feel really dumb. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. And as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.